right? Why the hell not? Let me take these off. Let me put them on. Let me play with a little bit of these things. Oh, let me see. Lenses. Horror TV. Oh, it's so scary. Oh, look at that. I'm such a scary dude. Ooh, we don't nobody ever use these things though. You know what I mean? Nobody ever use it. Oh, retro. I am nothing if not retro, baby. Nope, I don't want none of it. Makeup. What the hell is the makeup? What's in the makeup? Nah, I don't want none of that crap. All right. Oh snap! People done showed up. What up? What up? What up? I didn't even see y'all. How you doing? I was over here playing around with stuff. Uh. Oh yeah. Now I gotta put these back. What's up, Disney lover? How you doing, man? How's it going? Daniel, happy Thursday. That's goofy. Well, you wouldn't be. You know what I mean? This wouldn't be me if it wasn't. Man, brother, I was just saying to myself, I wonder where Funk is. Man, I'm here. I'm here. I just been contemplating some stuff. I tell you, my life goes 100 miles an hour. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would love for my life to slow the hell down one of these days. Um, but my life goes 100 miles an hour. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of stuff happening in this world of mine. You know what I mean? What's up, Mike? Like a lot of stuff. Too much stuff. Like it's ridiculous. You love this shirt? Yeah, I love it too. It's ridiculous how much stuff. Like I can't talk about it right now, but hopefully in the near future I can. You know what I mean? Hopefully, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm expecting good things to happen. But how you guys doing out there? How you guys doing? Let me know. Um, you raise show chickens. I've always wanted a rooster. I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember when I was a kid. So look, let me tell y'all a little something. If you guys don't already know, my grandmother, right? She she does well. She used to. She's passed away, right? What's up, Fury? She when she was alive, she was real big into Santeria, right? That's that. What's up, Guppy? Guppy Nation or Network. So she used to sacrifice chickens, right? And or roosters or whatever. At any rate, in New York, we couldn't have those. You couldn't have roosters, right? So she would have to be able to have a rooster alive until whenever she did them in. So she would do two things. One is she would either cut their tongues off completely, or she would fork their tongues, cut them like right down the center, right? So when they went to crow, it would just be like a snake tongue, but no noise would come out, right? Hey Funk, what about the people that choke chickens? Hey, come on, you know what? Let's not judge. Let's ye be judged. Y'all know there's a bunch of chicken chokers out there. Raise your hand if you ain't never choked a chicken. Raise your hand right now if you ain't. What's up, Mary Joe? Um, if you ain't never, who's this? MD, what up? Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, hello. Raise your hand if you have never, because I'm gonna let you know right now. If you've never, y'all lying. You are a liar right now. You're a ding dong liar. And here, you married, you ain't answering. Look, and here's the great part about that. You ain't got to be male or female to answer yes to that question. Don't spam, bro. Oh, here goes again. Where are you from? Oh man, I'm from all over. I'm from here. I'm from there. Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? Maybe, hold up. Do you stutter? Is your stuttering coming out as Texas? I was just curious. I was curious. I wanted to know. Listen, you only timed out for 10 seconds. Don't go nowhere. I wanted to know if you stutter, if you stutter, if you stutter. You know what I mean? I just does it India? Don't lie, Florida boy. Hey, you shut your filthy whorish mouth, Mike. Okay? How do you have so many accounts all at once? That's amazing to me. Do you have two phones? Look, hey, you can troll, but the spamming is a little childish. If you're gonna troll, just come out and troll. You ain't got to spam. That's childish. Be an adult troll. Be a more sophisticated, mature troll. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I want to hear more about the grandmother and those chickens. We need. So, all right. So my grandmother used to sacrifice chickens, right? And she would fork their tongues. Eh. So we'd come home and these roosters would be over there, right? Troll like me. I just had to send one pic. She'd send roosters. She'd have roosters and they would like try and crow, but it would look crazy because the roosters would have forked tongue because and it would just be forked tongues. At any rate, we'd come home from school, right? And me and my brother, we'd be friends with the chickens and the roosters and stuff. And we'd come home and go in the backyard and thinking we're gonna find a rooster that we just become friends with. And all of a sudden, the rooster would be gone or the chicken would be gone. And we'd ask grandma, in our language, we call it Wella. Wella, where the chicken go? Where the rooster go? Ah, se fue, se fue. It went away, it went away. And we're like, yeah, right. And we go downstairs. We go downstairs to where she had her little Santeria altar. And it'd be all bloody with the same feathers as the damn rooster the chicken had. We're like, God dang it, we like that one. And then the next day she'd have another chicken or a rooster waiting for the next person to pay her money to do a spell. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's how I got that. I've always wanted a rooster because I remember when the roosters used to be there, they used to just be so cool. They walk around, they ain't mess with nobody. They're like, yo, I got this whole vibe. You don't mess with me, I don't mess with you. I'll look at you from the side of my eye with my big yellow eyes. And I remember roosters were so cool. I always wanted a rooster. You know, I say, boy. Yeah, foghorn, leghorn. You know what I mean? I never met a rooster I didn't like. Did y'all watch Mexicali's video? I didn't get to watch it yet. I just got home. I didn't get to watch Mexicali's video of his trip to Florida. The problem I have, the reason why I haven't got a rooster where I'm at now, I'll send you a rooster, is I'm afraid because I came across. Look, when I lived in PR, when I was a kid, and I used to live in Puerto Rico when I was young, and in Puerto Rico they still do cockfighting, right? At least they did when I was there, and I'm sure they still do. It's been a while since I've been there. They still do. I've heard. From what I understand, they still do. Anyway, some of them roosters were just vicious. You know how you'd have like junkyard dogs where they had like a wild dog that just roamed the streets and would terrorize the streets. That's how it was where I lived, in the barrio with the freaking roosters. We had a phoenix. Us, yeah, okay. Cross his name with a death. Maul, a Darth Maul. I don't know what the hell you're saying, but anything with Darth Maul in it's got to be a gangster rooster. I don't know. Most beautiful rooster I've ever seen. His tail is almost 5 feet long, and spurs like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, see the spurs. Hey, look, I would. Ooh, if a chick. Oh yeah, when I was a kid in 4-H. I'm quite certain that's why these guys get so many from me because Most of mine are old world game birds, which, as I know, are what are used in. I don't know. I guess so. Fighting cocks look like dragons. So, uh, let me see. Uh, what's I gonna say? So, Funk, you want to see him now? I changed the light. No, I do not want to see. I do not want to see your freaking China that I can't have. I get pissed off. You said you man, I was watching some dude who was talking mad negative about you the other day. How can somebody hate funk? Life is so short. Listen, man. The reason why you probably heard so I don't know who I think I know who you was talking about. That's because he's lonely. Not only is he lonely, but he's sad. He's sad and lonely. I offered, hey, look, I told him I go, he could come on my live stream and he could talk, tell me that straight up, like man to man, but he don't want to do it. Oh yeah, Mike wants to know his name. Mike wants to know his name. Was he that Discus North dude? Was he that Discus North dude? Don't be too mad at him. I kind of went in on him because he's a low life. Don't be mad. Don't be too mad at him. Um, don't be too mad at him. I admit I went in on him because he's a low life. He likes to bully other people, so I went in on him. And then he got mad because he felt like a victim. Big old. Yeah, yeah. So he got mad because he was like, ugh, I feel naked without a blue jacket on. What? What the hell? Okay, somewhere I'm lost. So that dude, he likes to talk crap about Father Fish. Now, whether you like Father Fish or not, I don't care. Whether you think Father Fish is full of crap, I don't care. But his whole channel revolves around Father Fish. Like, that's it. If it wasn't for Father Fish, he wouldn't have a channel. So I'm like, dude, you still talking about the same thing you was talking about a year ago? Get a life, like for real. You need to get a hobby, right? Funk, have you ever gotten spiny eels to eat pellets? No, I've never actually had a spiny eel, to be honest with you. Never actually had a spiny eel. I know which eels you talking about. Those cool spiny eels, right? Um, if flower horns got in a fight, would that technically be a cockfight? Only if they bust their heads again. Only if they sword fight. You know what I mean? Only if they did that. Only if they did that. That would be a cockfight. If they just butt heads, they're you know what I mean? That's what that dude Discus North likes to do. He likes to sword fight. But yeah, he give them razor blades. But nah, he's a low life. His whole channel is based on crapping on you can't like them. No, that's not me at all. Variety is the spice of life. Are you everybody's lagging? Oh my god. Hold up, wait. Remember to do something. Let me know if this is better. We will be back after these messages. Let me know if this is better. So, listen, I need everybody to remind me. Whenever I go live, remind me to get off of my house Wi-Fi. My house Wi-Fi sucks so bad and it's the only freaking internet provider that this area will allow us to have. It's the only one. So, like when I'm on my phone, I have to get off of my house Wi-Fi onto my phone network. So whenever I go live, please remind me to get off of my house Wi-Fi. It's very very irritating when it does it. It's been doing it, and I have to remember to do that, and I never do because my phone automatically connects to the Wi-Fi, so or to the yeah the network. So anyway, have you tried T-Mobile internet instead? We only could do Spectrum. Spectrum internet is the only one in this area. Like they have a monopoly. I I can't do that. I gotta do fish related stuff, man. I gotta do fish related stuff. I gotta I gotta do I gotta do fish related stuff. But back to what I was saying before the lag, right? Like our can't run two things same. We on Spectrum. Yeah, yeah. It's irritating. Starling. So here's the thing. I don't live in the middle of nowhere. That's the thing. I don't live in the middle of nowhere. You know, a spiny eel on a boxer. Bro, you better be buying all these damn boxers if I'm putting all these crazy things on these boxers, man. So, like I was saying though, I never expect people to be like, oh, I don't like this person, so you guys not supposed to like that person either. No, I don't expect that from anybody. That's ridiculous. I would never do that. I don't like him because I think he's low life, and he likes to pick on people that don't. He likes to punch on people that don't punch back. And then when you go at him, he goes, "Why are you picking on me?" You fucking. I don't like bullies, right? Like I said, whether you agree with Father Fish or not, he likes picking on little old men. Now here's my thing. Here's my thing though. Dustin's fish, Dustin's fish tank and LR Brett's have had similar viewpoints. Does he ever talk about them? No, he does not. So why doesn't he do videos and his entire video collection? You know, all his stuff is all about him. His best videos are about him. So he's running. I did my tax refund, so make room. So anyway, that's why I don't like him. That's why I go in on him because he's a piece of crap. But he would never do it on my live stream. I tried to get him to do it. I've been asked by a mutual friend to leave him alone, so I'm gonna try to. But he's just such a loser. He's a loser, a little bald loser. It's funny because he called me bald. He was like, "You're bald," and I just think it's funny that he called me bald. And I'm like, "So are you? I'm bald by choice, though. I shave my head." Yo, what's up, Savage? Little, he looks like a nutsack. Like if you flip the nutsack upside down, that's what he looks like. One testy. Like if you held it, like if you grab it and just pulled one testy to the skin, that's what he looked like. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I keep saying these things, hoping that he will like get pissed at me and come on my live stream. But he won't do it. I know he won't do it. I'm not even gonna bother to continue with it. I like your own voice sound. Like your own voices sounds. I want him to come on my live stream, but I know he won't do it. Cowards don't do that, you know. I told him that if he came on my live stream and don't fall apart, that he could use my likeness and make whatever videos he wants. But he won't do it. I just started using the CO2 system in my 2-foot cube, It's already an established planted tank, so I'm excited to see the results. So let me ask you, you're using CO2 in an established planted aquarium. And I'm not knocking you. I'm curious for my personal benefit. What was it about your planted aquarium that made you feel like you wanted to use CO2? You know what I'm saying? My advice is turn that super slow otherwise. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, what was it? What's going on in your aquarium to go, okay, this is bad. This is bad. CO2 will fix this problem. Or you just go like everything's going good. I want it to go great. Is that the mentality behind CO2? I've I know that if I use CO2 on anything, I'm gonna screw it up. I know that. Like it's not even a question. I know that. I'm gonna forget something or I'm gonna be impatient and force the issue. So that's why I don't use CO2. I'm not an anti CO2 guy. You know what I mean? I just don't know enough about it because I don't care to know because I know all I'm gonna do is screw it up. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Y'all want to hear something cool? I don't think people give other people enough credit. I don't think other people give other people enough credit, especially small channels. I consider myself a small channel. I am a small channel. I only got 4 digits. I think big channels, in my opinion, have 6 digits. That's just my personal opinion. If you have a plaque, I consider you a big channel. If you don't have a plaque, I consider you a smaller. Well, if you have 4 digits, I consider you a small channel. If you have 5 digits, I have 1 digit. If you have 5 digits, man, I consider you, a up and coming channel. But if you have 6 digits, you have a plaque. Well, you're a big channel. So I don't think people give big channels, small channels, at least. Let me bring this over here because I got it. I'm uncomfortable, and I want to talk plainly. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk plainly because I don't normally talk like this, but I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna do it today. All right. So here's what I'm saying. So as a small channel, sometimes we're a little full of ourselves. All right. Funk, I just DM you some pics of my half banded. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm gonna talk real. I'm gonna talk real. Some people don't want to admit this, and I'm okay. I'm okay with that. But I feel like I really feel like credit needs to be given where it's due. Is it my turn to send? I'm not even near my computer, so I'm not. If you email me something, I'm not gonna be able to look at it right now. It's Funk story time. No, it's not. It's not my story. I'm not telling a story. I'm just speaking. I'm speaking plainly, right? So a lot of times, us smaller channels, right? Yeah, that position looks like a bathroom selfie. How about this right here? Uh, a lot of times, us as small channels, we don't like to give credit to bigger channels, right? It's almost like we feel like if we say a bigger channel does good or did a good video, that we'd be giving credit to a bigger channel that didn't deserve it. Big channels don't deserve what they get, unless the smaller channel's trying to kiss up to the bigger channel, which happens a lot. And normally, it's like you have to be a really big channel, and then a smaller channel be like, "Hey!" And I'm gonna use Aquarium Co-op as a example. Not that Aquarium Co-op did anything wrong. It's just I see a lot of smaller channels dropping Aquarium Co-op's name in hopes that Corey will, hey, they said my name. Let me check them out and take them under my wing. We all know that happens. We all know that happens. Nothing against Corey. It's these people's decision to do that. If one day I get so big that people want to drop my name all the time to try and get me to get their attention, that's not my fault. That's their people's fault. That's those people's fault. That's their decision to go at their channel's success that way. You know what I mean? Big channels are big for a reason. Yes and no. Yeah, I'm not hating on them, but they made the right decisions for themselves to get where they at. Some of them are decisions that I couldn't make. I wouldn't go that route because I couldn't look. Like for instance, who's that? Rob's Aquatics. Yeah, he's a big channel. I couldn't do what he does. I couldn't and look at myself in the mirror to get where he's at. You know what I mean? Well, I appreciate it. We're a big channel and small channel shoes. But you know what I'm saying? Like there are some big channels. Okay, so I'm going to drop your name next time. So there's some big channels out there that I feel make good decisions and they got it, truthfully. And there's some that just put out BS and that's how they got big. And hey, more power to you, bro. If that's how you want to go about yourself, fine. But that's not what my point is. My point is I'm trying to give somebody some props, okay? I'm trying to give somebody a props. I'm trying to give a channel bigger than mine some props without me going like, oh, I want them to take me under my wing. Alex, hold on, wait. Now Mike said, Alexander Williams said it straight out had to, said it straight out he had to pay to get to 100,000 subscribers. Had 20,000 more, but then literally would not give him them until he paid a certain amount of money per month. I gotta read that again because all right. Had 20,000 more, but they literally would not give them to him until he had to pay a certain amount. Well, that's because he was doing that paid stuff, man. That's on him, bro. Like, you know what I mean? For me, you're a big channel. Well, thank you, but yeah. Yeah, dude, it used to be looked down upon. Then YouTube said, hey, instead of you paying other places, you could pay us. And then people just started doing it in droves. It's a little discouraging. It's a little discouraging to people who don't pay because, like, I want to grow my channel, organically, but I keep seeing these channels just skyrocket. And I'll be like, God dang it, how did they do it? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. So anyway, Steam Fought Aquatics. I'm gonna be honest with you. A long time ago, I've watched maybe a handful of Steam Fought Aquatics, and I wasn't. It just didn't hit. It didn't land. I didn't think it was bad stuff. I thought it was relevant to the genre, money talks and bulk shit walks. I thought it was relevant to the genre. I do, and I knew that his style of content was gonna do well because his style of content does well in this genre. So hey, more power to him. So if a channel has 3K watching them but only likes 10 people in the chat, it makes sense. Yeah, no, Savage. We'll get to that in a second. But Steam Fought Aquatics just put out a video. And I never watch. I usually when Steam Fought Aquatics comes, I'll just pass it because I remember from back in the day, which I really need to rethink who I passed up back in the day, knowing that they've changed over time. Maybe they've changed to where, okay, I rock with these people now. I was digging this freaking video because they was talking like, I was like, hold up, wait, that's how I feel. it's so relevant to me. Back then it wasn't relevant, but now this video was so relevant to me. You know, he already had the subscribers. They wouldn't show them publicly until he paid. He knew by the amount of traffic on this guy. Yeah, hey Mike, I'm gonna have to call. I'm gonna have to call penalty on that. Flag on the play. I'll explain that in a little while. Why I'm like, yeah, I'm not. Thank you, Fish Fan. But let me get back to Steam Fight. So, like I said, I'm gonna have to rethink these channels that when I was a couple years ago that I was like, they clearly not my style. It's decent, but it's not. It's good. It's just not me. Because I watched their video now recently, and I was like, yo, that's exactly how I feel 100%. I'm on board. Steam Fight Aquatics put a video on things that he don't care about anymore as a fish keeper. My favorite big channel is Caveman Aquatics. I think he is very positive, and his content is almost always educational. Him and KG Tropicals are the only big channels I watch. That's very interesting to me, Fish Nerd. I can't say anything bad about that. I can't say anything bad about it. I think a lot of people in the chat will say have different feelings about that. But that don't mean you have to stop watching them. But like, you know, see, hey, listen. If he likes Caveman and KG Tropicals, y'all leave him alone. Like I used to watch. I liked the old Caveman and I like the old KG Tropicals, and I'm actually friends with John. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually friends with John, and I've spoke with Caveman. So you know what I mean? They've made decisions for their channels based on their life and what they want. So however they go about how they do stuff, let them do it. And if he likes it, then hell yeah, keep watching it. Press like, subscribe, share, and comment. Hit the hype for them. Like I hope anybody does with mine if you like my stuff. It's funny you say that, but I'll still subscribe to both of them, but I find it funny that there's always a... All right. I'm getting back. I never heard of that dude. He sounds like a prick. Oh, you are? Hagen Hill, you're a Joey fan? Hey, I used to be a Joey fan too. Back in the day when he used to be skinny and awkward, he'd be like in front of the screen. You know what I'm saying? He had a table. You know what I mean? I have a love-hate relationship with John at KG. I don't follow him. Listen. Let me get back to the Steam Fight. I'm trying to give props, all right? I ain't trying to do no hate on nobody. There's only one person that sucks butt, and he lives in Canada. Not the person you're thinking of is Discus North. There might be other people in Canada that sucks butt, but I'm talking about one in particular. Anyway, I'm talking about Steam Fight did a video about things that he just don't care about no more. And I was with it, and I got to say, I hit subscribe. Bam! I hit the subscribe button because that video was fire to me. Because it's that down-to-earth, everyday fish keeping mentality that I feel my channel is like. You know what I mean? I feel like my channel is for the everyday fish keeper, and that video was like, yo, I don't care about aquascaping. Hater players ball. This ain't the hater players ball. I'm trying to show love. Everybody wants to throw that hate. Oh, hate. But y'all are tripping me out, man. Y'all are tripping me out. So Anyway, back to Steam 5. The video was fire. Him, I guess that's his wife. I don't know her name. I'm imagining this is his wife, or his significant other, his lady, his boo. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm for the misfits. That's right. The others. The others. Oh, you know her name? I can't even say that. Chalisa? That's her name? Chalisa? So anyway, the video was fire because he was talking plainly. Listen, all that BS. So what? You got some hair algae. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Who the hell cares? So you got snails. You got snails. Everybody's like, oh, you got snails. You got to get rid of them. You got to get a trap. And you got to do this. You need to get, here's a video on assassin snails. Here's a trap you can buy on my website. Here's this, that, and the other. He was like, whatever, man. There's snails in there. They're good. Snails are good. You know what I mean? What else he say? He said, aquascape. Hey, look, you know what's the best aquascape? A mess. A hot mess. None of that other crap. He said a hot mess was good. I was like, yeah, that's what I said. I said, that's what I said. What else he say on there? He said some other stuff. Anyway, Steam 5 Aquatics. I was real happy to see that video. Y'all know I don't shout out videos that often. I will definitely shout out a video that I feel is beneficial to the everyday fish keeper. Oh snap! Hagen Hill been hanging around here for about 22 months. That's why I love you, Hagen Hill. 2 years. That's my man. That's my mans. The snails are the main feature of the scape. They're the star of the show. So anyway, yeah, that's what I came to say. You know, with no you know, ulterior motive. I think a lot more new fish keepers should watch that video so that they don't feel like crap from watching all these other videos, making them feel like turds because they have snails and they don't have a perfectly manicured tank, or they have a little bit of black beer algae on that one little patch. You know what I mean? One little patch. Don't surprise the art. Hey, what's up, Moneyless Maven? your substrate is Malaysian shrimp. You know what? Here's the thing. I don't know why people don't like Malaysian trumpet snails. They bounce. I'm having them. What? Them Sims and soy sauce. What the hell's the Dem Sims and soy sauce? So Malaysian trumpet snails, when you turn the light on, they bounce. You don't even see them. You know what I mean? They go away. Until you put some food in the tank, then you see the ground kind of move around like that. You know what I mean? Then they disappear. You know? Anyway, shout out to Steam 5. The video was fire. I think new fish keepers should watch that dim sum. I got you. I think new fish keepers should watch it so that they're not so hard on themselves watching all these other, you know, fish keepers, you know, act like they are infallible and everything they touch looks like some work, some masterpiece, like they never have issues. You know, like they're so perfect. They never kill a fish. Their plants never die. Their aquascapes always look like some type of thing from Narnia or whatever. You know, they are pot sticker dumplings. Oh, okay. I got you. Apparently, some people are ignoring it. You know what, Moneyless Maven? Anytime, listen. I can't read everybody's comment. But oh, back to the one comment that was made about YouTube held subscribers until he got paid. I gotta call BS on that. I really do. I've been doing YouTube for more than a little bit. More than a little bit. And YouTube doesn't do that. They do not. If you subscribe to a channel, if you subscribe to a channel, YouTube will not hold your subscription hostage until that channel pays YouTube money. I gotta call BS on that. I'm sorry. If that, I'm hoping that he said that. He said something different and it came out that way to make people believe that. Like he said it so jacked up that that's how it sounded to the rest of the world. I hope he didn't purposely say that to make you believe that. Shirley, don't get him worked up. We just got him calmed down like 5 minutes ago, and now he's all worked up again. Craig, are you doing tickety tock only now? But that's not how that works. So I really got to call BS on that. I got flag. And not even showing his content to his own subscribers that had notifications on YouTube. That's Jack. Mike, that happens to me too, man. That happens to all of us. That happens to all of us. So I am subscribed to a bunch of people that I wish I watched more of their content, but their stuff don't come up. Their stuff doesn't pop up. I never get Hagen Hill. I never get Hagen Hill's notification. You want to know how I get to not Hagen Hill's live streams? Is on Mondays I'd be like, oh, I used to go live on Monday. Hold on, wait. Hagen Hill, I think, kind of slid into that slot. Let me go see if they're live. If I remember that. But I'm going to be real with you, Mike. That's not how that works, man. I'm telling you. I got to call BS on that. There's a lot of channels. There's a lot of notifications. You know how many times people say, "Oh, AQUA FUNK, I didn't get your notification." I don't get a lot of people's notification. I've been rocking with Mexicali for the longest. I don't get none of his notifications. Unless there's something already in terms and conditions that all your content pretty much belongs to YouTube anyway. Yeah, pretty much once you put it up on YouTube, it's YouTube's. It's YouTube. You basically giving YouTube the authority to do what they want, and they're gonna go ahead and They're gonna go ahead and sell it for time. They're gonna sell your time to advertisers so that advertisers will pay to put commercials on, and then they're gonna give you a cut. You know, the only way you can. Yeah, bro. Like I don't really see that happening. I know. I'm hoping that maybe there was a huge misunderstanding with what he was saying and how it came out. You know what I mean? But that's not how that works. YouTube can flag my content. YouTube can totally take my content down if I break the rules. You know, once I publish it, you know, it's kind of theirs to do what they want. If I don't agree with it, I could always, you know, take it down and put it on some other platform and not use this platform. This platform is, you know, it's free to get on. See, that's the kicker. That's the kicker. Nobody pays YouTube to put a video on there. Like, I didn't pay YouTube to put a video on there. It's free to put up a video. I get that, Mike. I'm not saying. Look, I'm just saying. I have I don't think that's true about YouTube holding subs hostage. Um, if you know, until he pays money. Look, I'll put it this way: if that is true, then yeah, somebody's getting sued. If that is true, I would like to see the outcome of that. If that was true, if in fact it was true, I would really love to see the outcome of that. Because that would be nuts. That would be crazy. That would be the super. This is like that would be a that would be like a super scandal. That would be bigger than the files, the the list. All these people having subs and he's holding the hostage. That would be crazy. But I don't know. I guess there's always Rumble. He could always go to Rumble. Or what else? What else? I keep hearing of these other platforms. Is there any other platforms like YouTube? I know a lot of them keep trying to pop up. Like Rumble tried to do it. It kind of didn't pop up. There was one platform that was called like Bing Bong or Bing Boom or Bong Bong or something like that. And it was pretty much just terrible. It was just all. Have you ever tried Timu? I've never did. I've never tried those canister filters, those off-brand canister filters. I've never tried them. But there was one that I tried to get on another platform, and it was grimy. It was so grimy. Like all these platforms that boast, oh, total free speech, which I mean sounds great. It does. Listen. I am no communist. I am no super liberal, whatever. I am no total anarchist or whatever you want to call that particular place. I get free speech. I do. I get it. But let's be serious. Let's be serious. Anytime you have something where you say there is no rules, people are going to abuse that. You know what I mean? They just abuse the hell out of it because people don't know how to act. You know what I mean? They just don't know how to act. I saw people literally getting down, but it was a silhouette. It was like behind a curtain, so it was just a silhouette. So you couldn't actually see anything, but all you could see was figures. You know what I mean? And I was like, what the hell? And you could hear the noises. You know what I'm saying? I saw this one where this one woman, she had, apparatus, a toy, and while she's talking, like the bottom half of her, she's going to town. Because on that particular platform, they had no rules. And I'm like, this is I agree with that. Google got it like this. They got it in like this. They got the world like this, and they're just doing like this right here, like that. Take that world, take that. That's how you agree. You 100%. You 100%. New Orleans has some freaky stuff. Maybe these people were from New Orleans. I don't know. But anytime you have a platform and you go, anytime you do anything, you be like, you know what? it's anybody can do whatever they want. It's free. It's free speech, and you can. It's free world. Nah, nah, nah. Hey, that sounds great, but you're always gonna have people that are gonna mess it up for everybody. That's the sad part. That's the sad part. You're always gonna have people that's gonna mess it up for everybody. Whenever you do that, 100% unadulterated freedom, you gotta have people that's gonna take advantage of that for everybody and make it worse for everybody. So what are you gonna do? Have it's some freedom? You can have freedom light. Like, hey, we believe in freedom with exceptions. Well, what is freedom with exceptions? It's not total freedom, right? Some restraint, yeah. Yeah, times have changed. Like, I'll be the first one to say it, man. Like, some people, sometimes you just got to be like, look, man. Nah, we need rules. We need rules. We need rules because people don't know how to act. And especially these young cats these days. It's all me, 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 me. Nobody realizes they live in a freaking society. I find it funny how many people talk smack about YouTube and hate YouTube, yet they are watching YouTube. COVID showed us a lot. You want to know and Craig, and I'm not trying to argue this. For me, and this is my personal view on stuff, I keep hearing like what you said with COVID changed this. I was on a live stream the other day, and they were equating things that are happening now and go, well, COVID, after COVID, this happened. And ever since COVID, that happened. I don't really blame anything on COVID. I personally don't blame nothing on COVID. I don't see how COVID made assholes more assholes. I just, or made greedy people more greedy. They were always greedy. You know what I mean? Or made, idiots more idiots. I don't see that. I think that it was bound to happen regardless. I don't know. I know it divided people like nothing. Not in my group. That's what I'm saying. In my group, we was not divided. I don't. That's what the people that I know that were cool before COVID were cool during COVID were cool after COVID. That's my particular group. Controlling people more controlling, fighting over toilet paper. Now I agree with that. It showed people's true colors of how petty people are and how selfish people are. I agree with that. Oh, what? We can't buy toilet paper. I'm gonna buy 14,000 rolls. F everybody else. No, I agree with that. But everyone complains about social media, but yet we're all on. Well, I definitely just noticed your shirt. Now you cannot not look at it. Now I get what you said. It definitely showed how nasty it showed how nasty people were. But my core group, it didn't make my core group nastier. All the nasty people before COVID who were nasty during COVID, they're still nasty. So hey, some of us have been with YouTube since the beginning, and it's definitely evolved. Mike, I definitely agree with you. It's changed so much in the 8 years that I've been on it. Epstein didn't. Sonny, come on. You know I can't show that. Come on, man. You're going to go ahead and have this whole thing shut down, bro. Sonny, you silly. You silly, Sonny. Hey, listen. I would love to say my channel's free speech, but I can't. I can't do it because YouTube is going to just shut me down, Sonny. And they turned around and sold the toilet paper for 14. Yeah, greed. That's greed. But they was greedy before COVID. COVID just gave them the opportunity to make more money. COVID didn't change anyone, but it revealed everyone. I got wit. I feel you on that. I feel you. I co-sign on that one. Sonny, man, what you trying to do? Listen, y'all, if I get shut down, I want you to know that it's Sonny G1's fault. It's Sonny's fault. He pretty much wrote the word, like every word he wrote was a flag. Like, he might as well, every word he wrote in a particular thing was like, brr, 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 brr. Had the YouTube computers just burning up. Be like, ooh, is he gonna show this? And the worst part about it, there wasn't a cuss word in the whole damn thing. It's just the right combination of words. Isn't that messed up in this day and age? We over here talking about free speech and how it ain't free. And sure enough, Sonny's like, boop, and I had to censor Sonny's speech. I censored Sonny's speech. I did. I surely did. I censored Sonny. I'm part of the system. I'm the man. I'm the man. I didn't want to be the man, but I have to be the man to get along. I got to get along to go along. Damn, I've been assimilated. I'm discombobulated, assimilated. Shut it down. What? Too bad we were on TikTok. I could get it shut down in a heartbeat. And what's up with that? I hear about that happening a lot on TikTok. How do you shut people down on TikTok? Censor. That's crazy. So, Mike, that's nuts to me. Winnie the Pooh. Really? That would shut this down just by saying that phrase. I refuse to get on TikTok. Not entirely sure why, but I stand by it. Listen. I got to get on TikTok for the sake of my business. But I don't understand it. TikTok makes me feel so old, y'all. God dang it, Mexicali was here. We didn't even talk about TikTok. He was here, sitting right here. He was sitting right here. And I didn't ask him one question about the tickety top. You double dog dare me? What'd you double dog dare me to do? Dang, I said all that. What your double dog dare me to do? Listen, TikTok could be dumbing down people, but if it gets my business out there, I'm kind of all right with it. Every time I get used to a new social media, they make another one. Yeah. I'm not a communist, so I don't watch Tickety Talk. I'm a capitalist, so I watch YouTube. Well, wouldn't TikTok be like an avenue of advertisement? So wouldn't that be all up in the capitalist arena? Say the forbidden word. What's the forbidden word? I don't know what the forbidden word is. You talking about what Sonny said? Sonny said a forbidden phrase. You need thick skin on TikTok. The trolls can be crazy. Hey, you know my skin is thick, thickety, thick. You know I could do it. That's half the reason why I want to go on TikTok. All right. Say it in pig Latin. You know how to say pig Latin, Guppy Network? There's some things I don't hate about. Yes, TikTok is for money games, and if you use it for that much respect, yeah. So I'm all for getting my business out there. That I'm be real with you. Like, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Um, I will be honest with you. I don't think you'll ever get me on Twitter. I don't think you'll ever get me on there. Just because I it's even Facebook. Facebook to me is for me Facebook is personally for me Facebook is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Um, and I guess the same, you know, that's it's like that on Twitter. That for me, that's what people equate when they talk about Twitter. It reminds me of Facebook. So that's how come I don't mess with Twitter because I all I've ever heard of Twitter, it reminds me of Facebook. And if it wasn't for my family and sending pictures to each other, like you know that, then I wouldn't even have Facebook. To be honest with you, Facebook is awful in the yeah, the comments are so bad. Comments are so bad. I hate reading the comments. Sometimes I read the comments because I know I want to get angry. You know, like you like I'm gonna read this and I know I'm gonna get pissed off. I don't even know what's in the comments, but I see that there's 2,000 comments in here, and there's gotta be one that's gonna piss me off. You know what I mean? I only use Facebook for Messenger. Yeah, yeah. Facebook is good for Messenger. I put my email on my videos, but people still hit me up on Messenger. That's weird to me. I'm going back to MySpace. I'm going back to MySpace. Is MySpace still available? Can we still get on MySpace? Huh? Anybody know about MySpace? I'm going back to MySpace. You miss MySpace? What? You'd have me in the top. Wow. Wow. You met your wife on MySpace? Take us back to the 80s, 80s. I'm going back to MySpace. Forget it. You know what? All this is, I'm sick of all this. We're going back to MySpace. Get my MySpace page up. Everybody got excited with the MySpace. It's still around? Let's be friends with Tom. You know, I hear the word. I hear this Discord thing. What is it? I can't. I tried going on. What was it? Nick's Discord, and it was. I don't understand. Like you have to be like really geeky. I'm old. I'm old. Leave me alone. Discord is weird to me. You know what else is weird to me? I tried it. I didn't understand it. I can't stand Discord. I didn't like Discord either. What's that one? What's that one? Reddit. Reddit. I don't understand Reddit whatsoever. I got into Reddit because Ryan from natural fishkeeping, party line before all. Call of Duty. I tried Reddit, and I felt like I was in some strange world, like a really really strange internet world that I did not understand. Beat the page of the next cell. Yep. Wow, I can't believe so many people. Like, hold up. Do we have a bunch of old ass people in this chat? Everybody seems to know what MySpace is. We must have a whole bunch of geezers in this chat. We don't have no young people in chat. Ain't nobody at any time said, "What is MySpace?" Bunch of geezers. Y'all a bunch of old geriatric mofos. Speak for yourself. If you know MySpace, you old. I'm sorry. If you have MySpace, you old. I'm sorry. I hate to be the one to break it to you. You a geezer. 35 is old to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Go to some of these young cats on the tickety talk. You say 35, they be like, ew. You 35? You nasty. What are you doing at the club? Ew. Shouldn't you be at home drinking Ensure? That's how they think. Go back to AOL chat rooms. AOL chat rooms. Nah, wait, don't be trying to do what's MySpace now. You're a liar. 34 for sure. LOL. I love it. Do you really? You drinking Sure, Mel? Do you really? Risky is risky. A Facebook hater. Pong. I do remember Pong. Beep, 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 boop, beep, 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 beep. Had one joystick with one button. Then the black handle, the black part of the joystick would come off of the Atari, and then it was a skinnier white joystick, but you still used it. Sometimes you put the black back on to try and act like you were cool, but you'd be like, never mind, because it kept slipping off. I know. It's long enough to strangle your brother. Damn, Craig. You have one right now, Sonny. Shut the front door. College kids thought it was cool back in. Yeah, y'all a bunch of old geriatric people in here. There's old people in here, man. Remember how you used to fix whenever your cartridge was when it didn't work, how you used to fix it? You open a little door. Put that sucker back in there. Get back to playing the game, baby. You had a Sega Genesis? That was your first console? Yeah. I liked Centipede too. Centipede, I was really good. I like that one. Pac-Man. Slobber on the chips. Yep. We was making it worse. But we thought we was fixing it. It worked. It worked in my opinion. What years were y'all born in? Y'all mind putting what year were you was born in? I feel like I'm the oldest one in this chat right now. Yeah, I feel like I'm the oldest one in this chat. All right, 91, 80. I feel like I'm the oldest one in the chat. Put what year you was born. I feel like I'm the oldest one in this chat right now. 91. 82, 79, 85, 80, 80. Babe, at the moment, I am the oldest person in this freaking chat. By more than 79. Holy crap. I'm going to tell y'all my birthday. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to know my birthday? You're 50 already, hey? March 15th, 1976. I'll be 50 on March 15th. In what? In damn near 2 weeks. I'll be 50 years old. And I am the most immature son of a Mitch any of us know. Where's the apple? Babe, you got some Jello? You know how old I was in 1999? I already was married with kids in the army. Old man Funk, poor little guy. I almost feel bad for. You was 8? I was already in the army, married with children. I beat Jake. I beat Jake so much. Damn near anytime somebody says something that even saying sounds a little bit sexual, I laugh. I giggle out loud. You graduated in 99? I graduated in 95. And I got held back when I was in 2nd grade. You graduated in 02? I was in the army in 96. I was in 99. I was in Bosnia. In the army in Bosnia. Man-child alert. You graduated in 2000. Jesus Christ. Y'all a bunch of babies. My brother was 95. Oh, your brother. Okay, so your brother's older than me. All right, somebody's saying something that was held. Ha ha ha. All men love. Yeah. Yep, 3 years. So it's me, then you and Craig, and then everybody else is younger. He ain't nothing but a number. Wow. Now I feel old. Now I gotta take a nap. 11/29/80. Why do you think you would mess up CO2? I understand. I understand not feeling the need for it, but it's not complicated. I'm just. So this is why I know I would mess up CO2. You ready? One is I'm impatient. Because they go, okay, I would forget to turn it off. Or I'd be like, oh, if this much is good, then this much is better. And I would do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And then when it run out, I wouldn't refill it. I would just mess it up. I would mess it up. I know me. That's why I do simple. I do simple because if I have to do stuff to make things like, I got to do this, I have to do that, and to keep it running, I'm not gonna do it. And if I have to adjust stuff and something's good, if I'll be like, well, if I adjust it a little bit better, if this is good, this is better, and I'll crank it. I just know me. Been getting it done since. Don't feel bad, Funk. My brother and sister are older than you. Oh no, I'm not bad. I'm just talking about in this particular chat right now. If you had one tank, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I just. Plus, let's be real. The fish I like, I wouldn't do it. With CO2, I don't feel like the return on investment is worth it. And if you are selling plants, growing them on CO2, they need to go into CO2 tanks to look good. Otherwise, they are going to melt. So I get asked that question at the LFS that I'm at. For years, I've gotten the question of should I do CO2? And I always ask them, I was like, what's wrong with your tank? I'm like, nothing. To which I'm like, so why do you want to do CO2? So it's better. Speaking of fish, I should be doing water changes probably. CO2 can be good or bad. It all depends on what plants you are growing and what. See, that's the thing. I don't get hard plants. I basically here it is. This is my approach to putting plants in the tank. My approach is this: I got a tank, and whatever light I put on top of it, whether it be, oh look, I got this Hygar LED light, or I have this Home Depot LED strip shop light. That's what's going on my tank. I'm not going out of my way to spend a whole lot of money on a light unless I don't have one. But if I have one laying around, that's what's going on my tank. Then, as far as the substrate goes, play sand. If I have something to go underneath the play sand because I know I'm going to put plants in it, I'll do that. But for the most part, not. So basically, I have an aquarium with the most basic of lights, and as far as the substrate, very neutral. I will put plants in there, and whatever lives, I get more of that plant. Whatever dies, I don't get that plant no more. If a plant dies because there's not enough CO2, to me that means don't get that plant no more. Some people go like, oh, I bought this plant for $5 and it's gonna die, so I have to buy a CO2 setup that costs way more than $5 to make this $5 plant. You see what I'm saying? That's how my brain works. That's how my brain works. To me, it's a weird concept to go, I got these plants for $5, $10, $15, and in order to keep them alive, I have to get this high-tech, expensive CO2 setup to keep these $5, $10, $15 plants alive. And to me, I don't get it. But some people really like plants, to which I say, more power to you. I think you should do it. I don't care about plants that much to spend. I can't. See, now that I know I'm the oldest person in the chat, me doing like this with my head is giving me a complex. It's giving me because now I look like I'm old. I should be doing this. Put my hat up. Hold on, wait. Oh man, I'd rather spend the money on oxygen bottles to ship fish. That's cause it's old. Grandpa Funk. Algae is the only true aquatic plant. Yeah, see. I mean, listen here. Listen here. If you drove down the road with your mouth open, you'd know you're old then. Just need a pipe. See, I'm Puerto Rican, so they do cigars. They don't smoke pipes, they smoke cigars. But the lip, the tongue thing always creeped me out. Old people. The hat up, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know. The hat. Sometimes it's like all kind of caca. Always making weird eye gestures. Like their eyes are heavy. Like they go to look at you to, heavy eyes. The sideways hat reminds me of T.I. Just dropped the new album, ready to make my hat go sideways. See, now I got a complex. Now I got a complex. Now, hold on, wait. Now I gotta be like, take my glasses off. Yeah, now I'm young again. Hold on, I gotta be like that. You know what I'm saying, son? You know what I'm saying, son? Word is up. Word is born, son. Gosh. Yeah, now I feel young again. Until I gotta read something. I feel young until I'm like, hold on, wait, let me hear. Uncontrolled farts that just fall out, and you know geriatric phase is upon you. You know, old people, they don't put the glasses on. They do like this. They read like this, like it's a magnifying glass. Yeah. What the hell is that? What is that you did? What is that, Hockenhill? I got a magnifying glass funk. I want a monocle. I don't want to magnify. I don't want glass. I want a monocle. You know what I mean? Auto focusing. What's funny? Man, hey, Savage, man, I just realized I'm just old as hell. I'm the oldest person in this freaking chat. What? What'd I do? I don't know what I did. Glasses are for quitters? What? How are glasses are for quitters? The hell are we talking about? I'm lost. I'm really lost. Click the link. I can't click the link. How am I gonna click the link, man? I'm on the phone with the. I can't click the link whilst on the phone doing a live stream. Yeah, I want a monocle. You know what I mean? With the red, I get a handlebar mustache. Glasses are for blind old farts. Bro, I'm telling you, if I didn't have these glasses on, all I see is blur right now. I see blue and white blurness. Let me see where I could. Whoa! All the way back here. Now it's just too little for me to read. I just see straight blurriness. The closer I get, the blurrier it gets. Aqua monocle. Everybody wants me to get the monocle, huh? Everybody wants me to get a monocle. With a chain. I do it. Don't mess around. I'll do it. I'll even get I'll get a little trumpet ear thing, you know, where people, you know, the old hearing aids from back in the day, it was a little trumpet for your ear, but instead of noise coming out, it got noise coming in. Yep. I get old top hat. Yes, sir. Just show up with all the looking like the Monopoly man. Man, I can't breathe. I can't breathe no more. Nah, nah. What is up with the tongue thing? I'll never understand that. I think old people do that just to be perverted. But they're old, so like, what are you gonna tell me? You know? How do they not have chapped lips doing that? I cannot breathe from the volcano on his. Oh, you got a volcano blowing up on your island? Word! I didn't even know. Come on! Hold on, wait. Are y'all going live? Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Come on, mine and Mill stream with it. Pretend you don't notice. Just go on the police, the bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? I forget what's the name of your stream, but it's all about the popo. Why do they want to pinch your cheeks? Why are you asking me like I actually know? I don't know why old people want to pinch cheeks. What cheeks do they want to pinch? Prime time fish crimes. That's right. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you had a volcano going off, brother. Oh, it's been going on for over a year. That's probably why ain't nobody been talking about it. They probably talked about it a year ago, and they're like, yeah, you know, politics. Let's talk about that because it's crazy. It's politics is crazier than volcanoes these days. Yeah, that's nuts. That's crazy balls. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it because it is exactly 1 hour and 29 minutes and 5 seconds. So I'm gonna hop off of here. Listen, I appreciate y'all, but like I said, I wanted to come on here originally I wanted to give shout out to Steamfied Aquatics for putting out a banging video that I just want to give shout out. I don't think people give shout outs to bigger channels because in fear of making it sound like they're pandering or maybe just in general don't want to give props to a bigger channel. So I would like to give Steamfied Aquatics because that video was resonated with my channel. You know what I mean? That video was something that I was like, I could make a video like that on my channel. You know what I mean? I always say, YouTube is about, relativity. Like, is it relative to my life? If it's not, then I don't really recognize that channel as something that's me or something I'd watch. But that video was totally relative to my viewers and me. So shout out to Steamfied for real. Anyway, deuces, y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I catch you on the next one.